The idea of questioning myself, what is the status of a picture now, and what kind of streams a picture can go through, and I was interested in this duality that on one hand, the open-endedness and the ubiquity of a picture, that a picture can be everywhere, and at the same time, the holding on to a sort of singularity that has to do with the fetish and the physicality and the materiality of the picture, and that is sort of where my conversation starts, which is being very engaged with a postmodern notion of losing the authorship and the location and the index of a picture and starting over. And where does that leave one? What does it mean to make a picture now? And it's this sort of, like what I referred to before as this Lumiere moment, when it's like, could we have an experience again where we don't anticipate the moving of an image, where a moving of a picture surprises us. And I sort of go back and forth where sometimes with my still pictures I experience a movement or a disappearance of the subject, this sort of destabilizing the subject in a way that the subject is so exhausted. The idea of what is a photograph of what could possibly a still life of an onion be, and it's this kind of that potentially a still life of an onion can be a moving onion, so there is this kind of idea that the subject is fighting its history, and the subject is sort of asking to come out of this these systems that are being played with and sort of reconsidered, and I feel like that there is something about my questions that have to do with a space that is also a non-space. The picture has no address and no home, and what's left is a set of notions that is just constantly shifting and potentially becoming a film, or becoming dismantled into these elements. In the case of the films, they all start with a series of photographs that in a way that start to move for me, and or maybe their investigation is more durational and is needed to be filmed as opposed to photographed, and that's usually why I make a film, when I feel like an investigation is not done with a still photograph. Film has this very complicated, nuanced language now, and I was curious about what does it mean to turn on the camera for the sake of filming these two subjects together, and the rest, and kind of negating this very familiar cinematic conversation that gets dismantled.
Right.
It's a matter of engagement. I think some pictures have this quality that you feel like they deserve another chance, and they sort of need another circulation. And I think that if I had a picture in my studio for many months and I'm still very confused about why it was ever taken or how did it come to existence, I mean that's a sign that there is something more there to be considered.